Martin, this is it. It all gets decided on Monday. I suppose these are the games that you look forward to as a player and a coach.
Absolutely. To get in the finals a feat in itself, and the few and far between. I've been involved in a few. So the build-ups always seems to take forever and ever. But roll on Monday evening, and hopefully we'll show what this football club's about.
The build-up for this game in particular has been quite long in the making, because it's been over a month since the semi-final. So I guess, has that given you a lot more time to prepare for it?
It has. I mean, we've had one league game, obviously at Sunderland, but it's quite frustrating when you don't know exactly when the ties are. Then you're trying to pin down the squad and bangs and bruises and so on and so forth. So it's good now we've got the first leg out of the way, and it's full steam ahead until we get to Monday evening.
Given that it is a cup final and everybody knows the sort of reward on offer, will it be slightly easier to motivate the players on Monday night?
I don't think the players will need motivating. They'll need to focus, as they did in the first leg, in exactly what we need to do in order to win the game. I think that's important.
And just in terms of a club, silverware at any level is a big thing. But just how big is this for Southampton Football Club? How big is this game?
Well, it's important. It just demonstrates how behind the scenes there's a large number of staff working with the players to get them to where we want them to be, which is okay. The cup final is important, but the main thing is to get them on this pitch out here into the first team. That's what we're all mindful of, but it shows some of the good work that's going on behind the scenes.
I suppose all that good work as well is talked about nationally. Everybody has a sort of a great view of the Southampton Academy. In a way, is it important to get a trophy to sort of have something to show, as well as the players coming through to the first team?
I think that's only part of it. The club's historically got this fabulous record of producing young players, and the board are adamant and very concerned that we keep doing that, and we need to get even better at what we're doing. The way that the club's going, we're trying to produce better players who are hopefully going to play in Europe. So sort of the fence that you're getting the players to jump over, and the hurdles are getting higher and higher, and we're mindful of that.
So with that in mind, with the club striving for Europe, does that have an impact on the younger side of things? Do the players then have to sort of up their game a little bit?
Most definitely, but that's right from the bottom of the site that we're on now. You know, they don't just arrive at under 21 level. It's all the work that's done in terms of the recruiting and the scouting, and the technical sessions that are done with the young players. That's why Jason McCarthy, where he is today, people like Harry Reid and Matt Targett. So it's a long process. This is just towards the end of it.
And those three players that you've just mentioned, McCarthy, Reid and Targett, all played on Monday. The big players for your team.
They are not just not just that. Every player in the squad. Never mind the starting 11. We're mindful of the roles that the players on the bench can make, and both did when they came on Monday.
Is it a nice sort of luxury to have, in a way, that a lot of your players have experienced football at a slightly higher level, whereas perhaps Blackburn's haven't quite done that yet?
Well, that's right. I mean, Blackburn have got some of their players playing in the first team, so they're doing a good job. But yeah, the invaluable experience of training with first team players, because they really coach the players whilst the sessions are going on. So that's important for their learning, yeah.
0-0 draw, clean sheet, a perfect platform on which to build this week.
Most definitely. It was a tough game. We've got quite a few bangs and bruises, but the tie as it is, it's very even. Either team can win it. We are not complacent at all. That's our biggest fear. I think you've talked with some of the players this morning. We can't be complacent. It is a final in its own right. You've only got one chance.
And with that in mind, I guess, are you expecting a different game this Monday to how it was at Ewood Park?
Certainly not from our point of view. Blackburn may change slightly. Having watched them over a period of time, they have a method of playing. It's been very successful and effective for them. So I wouldn't imagine the match would differ greatly from Monday evening's encounter.
One thing that may well be very different to Monday is the state of the pitch at St Mary's. I guess that can only play into your hands.
Well, I mean, playing at St Mary's is, the environment's fantastic. We're hoping for some good support, but the pitch is immaculate. And unless you play regularly on surfaces like that, when the ball comes at you at a rate of knots, you've got to be ready for that. But that will suit us, I'm sure.
The lads playing in cup finals, as you've mentioned before, is not something that everybody gets to enjoy a great amount of times in their career. It'll be a great experience for them to pick up experiences like this, I guess, at such an early age.
That's right, and hopefully that will stand them in good stead, because you're going to have to deal with the pressure, you're going to have to deal with the environment, the fact that it is a final. Therefore, that will give them experiences that they normally wouldn't get, and hopefully they'll become more battle-hardened at a younger age.
Do you think that might be a deciding factor on Monday? Who deals with the occasion the best? Who copes with it the better?
For sure, there is a lot of pressure in professional football. We all know how cutthroat it is, and the players will be judged on the pitch. Okay, we want them to train well, but they actually get their careers by playing, in matches when there's either 3 points involved or it's a cup competition.
And finally, Martin, it's going to be a really nice atmosphere at St Mary's, and one that you'd hope that your players can benefit from.
I'm sure they will. I mean, the fact that there's going to be a crowd there, the supporters here are magnificent. So that will add to the atmosphere, and hopefully it'll spur the players to play, at the top level.